Unquote Me. We back once again, man. So this segment is it's near and dear to us. You know what I'm saying? It's special. Me, my man MJ, Rain. We went up to Clark Atlanta University. We interviewed a lot of the students. So all them crazy clips where you see like G Herbo is better than Jadakiss. My man Zeke had the Mount Rushmore of SoundCloud rappers. You know what I'm saying? What he said, the Mount Rushmore rap is Lil Uzi.
Was it Playboy? I heard Playboy. Cardi.
Something like that. Whatever he said, y'all was mad about the stuff. You know what I'm saying? Salute. So today we got one person that was on the campus, but this is our under 30 segment today. You know what I mean? So next to me, I got BJ.
You
know what I'm saying? Good. He reached out on Instagram when he saw we was trying to get people under 30 on the pod. You know what I mean? So he got a lot of stuff to say today. Salute to my man Eli. Yo. You know what I mean? For being able to name everybody in Wu-Tang.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? He needed a little bit of help, but he had it. I could tell whoever your parents are, whoever your older brother is, they done showed you something.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? And also we got my man Dub.
What's good,
in the
y'all?
building. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it. Do y'all feel like the things that were said in those videos are representative of what everybody under 30 thinks as a whole? Because everybody watching feel like young people are disrespectful. Y'all believe this? But I feel like y'all don't necessarily agree with everybody in the video.
You gonna go first?
I mean, I feel like it's about like what you was raised on. Like our parents, like what the music they give to us. So like we listen. And so that's how we based off like our decisions on something.
So first of all, where you from?
I'm from Texas. I'm from Dallas.
You from Dallas? Where you from?
I'm from New Jersey.
Jersey.
And where you from?
So I'm from here, but my whole family is East Coast, New York.
Okay, bet.
Yeah.
So I think like the biggest thing for me when we film the videos, and you can speak on this too, MJ, is like I didn't go to argue with y'all. Yeah. I just asked you what y'all think. Cause I really want to know what the hell people under 30 think. Like, do y'all not like Jay-Z? Do y'all think Drake is the best rapper? Do you think Nicki Minaj is the like? I really want to know what y'all think. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like people under 30. I feel like it depends on your taste in music. Like I'm the aux. Like no matter where we at, whether we in the gym, in the car, like everybody make me the aux. Like at practice, they be calling me the DJ because I just know everything. Not that many people my age gonna go back, go listen to the Blueprint. Reasonable Doubt, they ain't gonna go back and listen to those things. So it's like, if you just grew up on what you grew up on, you genuinely don't know. You only know what you've been listening to.
Where'd you get that? Who put you on like that to go back in the archives like that?
Well, I feel like with me, I grew up on a lot of like, my mom was like a lot of R&B, like Beyonce and Mary J. Blige and Neo and all that, and my dad was like 50 Cent. Jay-Z. So it's like you hear like the Jay-Z records like when I was alive, like I grew up on like Watch the Throne. Like that was like my first Jay-Z album where I was like, I snuck and downloaded that album. So then once you get into that, then it's like, all right, let me go back. A lot of people don't really go back and listen to that.
That's true.
Get the knowledge on that. So
Word. Word. No, that's the thing, cause like, and for me it's kind of reverse. So off the camera I was like, yo, like, Drect saying, we really want to know when you talking about G Herbo, and I'm like, what do I need to listen to from him? What am I missing to where y'all say he's this great? And I'm like, I'm not disputing it. I just don't know. So it's like, it's the kind of reverse thing where a lot of us older people, we don't take the time. We just write y'all off. It don't sound like Jay-Z. Ain't nobody listening to that. This thing ain't spitting like, whatever. So that's kind of like this is like the bridge and the cultural and age gap coming together with this. So moving forward, we're gonna have some of y'all back, and we're gonna have to have some of these conversations and debates that we was having off camera. Like we was having a debate earlier. You said, and I quote,
Eli, stand on it, bro. Don't let
Jim Jones.
Yep.
Who was an old nigga? So you coming back into the old era.
I grew up on Jim Jones.
Okay.
Man.
You saying Jim Jones has more hits than Nas?
Now, let me put this out there. Nas is a better rapper than Jim Jones.
Okay, correct.
He's a legend.
Okay.
But if we're talking about hits, I'm from New Jersey. Balling, we grew up on balling.
That's one.
That's one.
We did not grow up on one mic. Even though I went back and listened to one, Mike, and that's a good song. It's a classic song. We grew up on Ballin'. Summer in Miami, at the park. You go up, take the train, go to Dykeman. At the park, all the ladies around. Summer in Miami. That's a classic.
So
Pop Champagne. You playing that at your birthday party as a little kid, dancing. That's a classic.
Ron Brown.
Ron Browse did not say, he did not rap one. Well, he did have the little leave all in the club. Yeah, that. But we talking about Pop Champagne is Jim Jones.
So
Santana.
so with Nas, when we say if I rule the world, what is that? How's that comparable to those songs you just said?
Now, hear me out. People my age, right? We're not talking about the older crowd because I know they grew up on Nas. I'm 22.
Okay.
So every Nas song that my man's MJ played, we said we heard that from what, Dub?
2K.
2K. Those songs are in the video game.
Okay.
That the person that made the playlist was who? Jay-Z. So we knew the songs off of just playing the video game and saying, oh, I know that song from the video game.
Okay.
I have never in my life said at a party, yo, throwing that Nas right now.
Okay, and I'm
I never did that.
I'm telling you from an older guy, like
different, man.
we never say put on Jim Jones if it's not balling.
They ain't really checking for them.
We never we don't. Like if you're from New York, maybe if you're an East Coast guy,
Yeah,
That's
I
how
think
you-
it's
now-
just
maybe
where you
you
from.
might
That
say
plays-
the other joint. Like we like those other songs.
That plays a part in it. That plays a part in it too, cause it's like Jim Jones. There's people that's like, Jim Jones is on another level when it comes to like influence on the East Coast. Like if you did top 3 influential people regarding dressing,
but
swag,
he
Jim
got-
Jones is
but,
top 3.
But Nas influenced Jim Jones.
Cap. I'm not.
Jim Jones
Jim
didn't even.
Jones will tell you.
Jim Jones don't even. Mace helped Jim Jones even make his own flow. Like they already.
rapping wise, but as far as
Yeah, so it
as
wouldn't
far
even
as
be
Jim
no-
Jones, the icon with Chrome Hearts and the BB Simons belts and all that, Jim Jones is like top 3.
So
So-
where you put Max B? Because that's a
Yeah,
person
because
that
that's his whole
influenced him.
swag.
Max B had his own lingo and swag, yes, but if you're talking about like dressing and the influence on the crowd, especially East Coast, you gotta put people like Jim Jones,
Yeah,
Cam, ASAP, Rocky, people.
See,
But
I-
those branch from certain places like that comes from something else. Is what I think what he's trying to tell you.
Jim
like,
Jones's style is like dressing and style, and that rapping you might have with Mace. Yes, I know that, but style and stuff like that, Jim Jones had his own
Jones.
style. He was the first. He was the originator. Nobody was wearing Ed Hardy. Nobody was wearing True Religion. Nobody was wearing Chrome Hearts. All that was white biker stuff. He brought that into the culture.
But when you
Chrome Hearts,
but-
Chrome Hearts.
Nah,
Ed Hardy. Who's the first rapper you seen with Chrome Hearts?
Jay-Z wearing that 99, 98. It just wasn't popular.
Yeah, it just wasn't popular.
Jay was wearing.
Jay-Z was not wearing the chrome.
Yeah,
he
he
was
was,
not
bro.
wearing the Chrome Hearts tank top with the. He might have had a Chrome Hearts bracelet or a Chrome
Are you
Hearts.
saying how Jim Jones swag it,
took
or you just
a
talking about the
BB Simons
brands?
belt. Nobody was wearing Rick Owens. Rick Owens, Ed Hardy. That's white boy biker stuff.
You got
Jim
it.
Owens.
Yeah.
Jim Jones got that from his girl. He said Chrissy put him on to that stuff.
But it's just like when you say that, you can't then shift it over to the rap side and bring up Nas. Like that's like top tier
I'm
S
saying
rank niggas you talking about. Bro. You
separated.
can't-
We talking about hits. I'm talking about. I lived in Atlanta for the last 4 years.
Okay.
Where I don't go to lounges. I go to parties here and there. The main place I'll be, and he'll tell you, is where, Dub. If I go out,
Strip club.
I'll be in the strip club. I'll be in Magic City a lot.
Yeah,
I've never heard a Nas song.
Okay, young nigga up
But it's
in
a different-
college
it's a
up in
different-
Magic
okay, so
City.
it's
Okay.
I've never heard a Nas song up in there.
But
Right.
I'm in
different, bro.
I'm in Magic
Different.
City. I hear Weatherman. I hear Ballin'. I'm in Magic City. I hear those type of
They
songs.
playing
And-
a song to get
and
your
Jim-
money, huh?
And Jim Jones is one of the people that would come down here to Atlanta
Yeah, for sure.
with and had run-ins with a Jeezy and the BMF
Yeah.
and stuff like that. A person like Nas, he got cult classics, and he has classics on the East Coast. And Jim Jones has branched out to places like I bet you more people on the West Coast know Jim Jones too.
So you got to think
Then
about
Nas?
you got to think about it like this. When Nas first dropped, which is what, like
Then Nas?
94.
No.
Hold on.
No Nas, like no Nas the person, yes, but classic songs like Certified Gangsters and stuff like that, where Jim Jones went and filmed videos with the game and still goes back there and shows love. Jim Jones is a legend, bro.
No, Jim Jones definitely is a legend.
And when it hits
it's levels to that word
hits
legend.
like
Yeah.
what we gonna
That's what we
hear
trying to tell you.
in the streets, in the car, we gonna hear Jim Jones before
CJ,
Nas.
what was you saying about Nas?
So I was gonna say like it's different because you're talking about two different eras. So like Nas first dropped 94.
And how
So
old are you, real quick?
23.
23.
So Nas first dropped 94, right? So that's a different time period where niggas is not really even checking for numbers yet. So from what I was told growing up, niggas ain't really start checking for numbers till Bad Boy era. So it's not like, you know what I mean, it's a little different, like with the footwork and the traction. Because that's why, if you even think about it, like, if you think about the story of hip-hop, that's why a nigga like Hov, that's why he was cutting Nas' ass for the point, like, yo, you don't have what I have, nigga. Like, you're not really throwing numbers like me. He was cutting his ass like that. Because when he came out, niggas weren't really checking for numbers. It was like, can you spit like that? Because you got to think, them niggas came up on Eric B. and Rakim and all that other shit, like Ill Will Scratch and shit like that. I don't even know if you know what that is, but it's like it's different, bro. It's different. Like he came in at a period where niggas is checking for the skill of the game, and that's how they're gonna rate you. That's why when he was making these albums like Illmatic, and it was like, nigga, he's a teenager doing this shit. That's insane. So niggas wasn't really checking for the hits and all that. The niggas who part in the hits was like when niggas went Puff and Biggie and putting soul pop shit on behind big crazy bars, and I was like, oh shit, this shit is going fucking crazy. Now we got to compete with the West Coast. It's shit like that. Like you comparing two different eras, and I feel like it's a little bit disingenuous. And also another thing too, you got to remember, Jim Jones is a product of Cam, and Cam is a product of Rockefeller. That's one of the biggest labels at the time, bro. When that's going on,
Cam is a product of Big L and Biggie Small.
No, I'm talking about like the
He's
marketing, to sell a hit.
But at the same time though, Nas is still putting out music and he's still putting out albums today.
Yes.
And he's going with producers.
And that shit's
like,
Grammy nominated. You know
like
that?
they owed him.
Hit Boy.
Anything with Grammys, I'm not talking about because they do gimme
gets
awards.
biased,
They do owe me awards. But Nas, he's currently trying to put out songs and stuff like that to catch a hit, to catch a vibe, because he's going with producers like Big Boy, right? Hit Boy, my bad. He's going with producers like that trying to get a hit right now. Jim Jones,
he don't need it because he got mass appeal.
For a hit.
Yeah, he got labels.
I think he's going. I think Nas is just going to just really like spread his wings to just be
stand the test of
who
time.
he is. Yeah.
Some
I mean,
LeBron shit, like 20 years
he's
in
been
the
the
game.
most. Yeah, he's been doing since '94.
I think Nas is the difference between being in the game and being relevant.
But
Jim Jones is more relevant than Nas.
Can I hit you on this?
But hold on.
Can I hit
No.
you? Before you go, G, can I hit you on this?
Relevancy?
Let me tell you why let me tell you how I can disprove that. So, probably 3 or 4 years ago, right? 21 Savage, platinum artist, this and that. He's hot out here. He said some shit on Clubhouse like the same shit you saying. Nas is not relevant.
He's not.
Okay, so look, a week later, guess who got a song with Nas?
21 Savage.
21 Savage. So
That's
can't-
that's marketing.
you
but
can't-
when you talk about
but
relevancy,
you can't say he's not relevant.
when you
If he
talk
wasn't relevant, he wouldn't just go do a song with a nigga.
but here, hold on, before you say that, here's what you gotta say. Jim Jones and Nas are in the same era. Jim Jones is 48 years old. Nas is 51 years old. Jim Jones just wasn't a rapper and didn't know how to rap when Nas was rapping. Cam is the leader. Then you went Jewels. Jim Jones' career came after, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna try my hand at rapping, and he did balling.
Yeah.
And Jim Jones has improved, so I'm not saying Jim Jones is
Yeah, I
whack.
still fuck
That's
with
not what I'm
Jones, though. I
saying.
still fuck with
He has
Jones.
definitely improved, but his level of improvement compared to Nas, he no matter what Jim Jones has improved to, it's still not Nas.
But
Like,
you
you can
know
put a
it's
V12
funny.
in a Honda, it's
you
not
know
a
it-
Lamborghini.
But you know it's funny. The last Nas album is not better than the last Jim Jones album. It's not better than the last 3 Jim Jones.
By
albums.
what metric, though?
Yeah,
By bars, by everything.
Oh,
El
you-
Capo,
no.
El Capo is a
You
better.
say El Capo's better than
Nas's last album.
King Disease 3
Magic.
or Magic 2?
Oh yeah.
No.
I
You
take
listen to both? You listen to
Yes,
both?
I listen to King Disease.
Nah.
I listen 27 Summers was my favorite song off King Disease. But
Nah, bro.
El Capo,
Is better
the
than
deluxe is better than King's Disease. I will stand on that. El Capo.
Real quick, because we got to go in a second. I'm gonna ask you a question, right? Because y'all two play ball, but I know this is valid for you too. Because I heard something you said, right?
Yeah.
America, to quote my man Mac, America. Listen
America.
to this, right? I'm gonna ask y'all a question, and how y'all answer this is gonna show everybody where y'all mindset is at versus our mindset, right?
Say less.
And I want all y'all to answer this, right?
Yeah.
Starting with you.
All right.
Who is the best basketball player of all time?
All time. What I seen, I'm gonna say Kobe Bryant, but I never seen like Michael Jordan. I can see highlights, but I never actually just watched Michael Jordan or the like LeBron. He cool enough, but I'm gonna say Kobe Bryant.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Kobe.
It's Jay.
What you say?
It's Jay. MJ. For a fact,
Okay.
it's MJ. And because you gotta think about it like this. Before, like when Jay came in, what, 80 what, 85?
84.
84? 84, right? That's before cell phone, and that's before. Yo, we still wearing kicks. First of all, I just seen somebody get their ass beat about the metallic joints the other day. And it's been how many years? That's crazy. Like, I feel like the word GOAT just go past just the court. Like, it's more so like, what do you do outside? Not to say like LeBron hasn't done it and Kobe hasn't done it either, but to go from an era where there's no internet and it's just strictly recording devices from that to transitioning the league and to what he's done, getting them $1 million deals. Before NBA used to be on what, ABC, I believe, and then NBC, and then it was on ABC because of MJ winning 6 rings in a 10-year span. Like, people are just not recreating the things he's doing, and he's just such a figure. It's to the point where people is calling him Black Jesus. Like, that's just unheard of.
I got you.
Who
Who you got?
I ain't gonna lie.
First, I'm gonna start by saying MJ's not even top 3 for me.
Oh my God.
He might not even be top 4 for me,
Okay.
honestly.
I got it.
I got Kobe Bryant's
We need to
number
get him.
1. I'm gonna go Kobe Bryant number 1 because one of the level of competition Kobe Bryant had to face, the level of competition plays a big role. He had to go against Curry, had to go against LeBron.
I mean,
he had to go against
Kobe played against Jordan.
He had to
too,
go against
shit.
Jordan too. So I'm gonna put Kobe Bryant as 1. LeBron is 2.
Kobe holds swag from
LeBron is
I ain't gonna
2.
lie, why is LeBron 2 though?
LeBron
Like,
is
LeBron
2.
is like
LeBron is 2.
ain't
I'm
gonna
gonna
lie,
let me
bro.
give my piece off. LeBron's 2 because of everything. He started from high school. He's never had a good coach ever. All the pressure. LeBron lived up to all that, and he's still going to this day. When Kobe and Jordan was LeBron's age right now, they was gambling, smoking cigars, drinking wine. So you got to give LeBron, and he's still going. So LeBron's number 2. Now, number 3. A lot of people ain't going to like this number 3.
what you about to say, Magic Johnson or something?
Magic fucking Johnson is number
Magic is
3.
better
I
than
like
Jordan.
Magic though.
I'm gonna go number 3, Magic Johnson. If Magic Johnson ain't catch AIDS, that nigga would have had 8 rings.
You think
Magic
Magic is
Johnson
better than
Ain't
is
Jordan?
number 3.
What I can say about
He's
this,
the
that's
greatest
first time
player.
I've ever
Magic
heard-
Johnson?
listen.
Who
No,
never
that's not
got
the
a
first
prime.
time.
He got cut off in his
He's top
prime.
in my point guard list.
Magic
Look, but let me
Johnson
tell you, because
is 3.
my dad, like, he's showing me like the Magic Johnson.
too
stuff. Like,
advanced.
I
Let me tell you
He
something.
was
take
too
Magic
advanced.
You confused.
Number
You
4.
slightly confused.
Number 4.
Wait, so you got
talking about
Kobe,
wait,
you got
Kobe,
wait. Yeah.
LeBron, Magic Johnson.
Let me guess your 4.
Now my
You gonna
fourth
say
one.
Larry Bird or somebody?
No.
Oh, all right.
My 4th one.
You got him above Jay?
The question was, what was the question? Who's the best basketball player ever? If we put the basketball down, who's better,
I know what you
me
about
or
to say.
you?
You better say something wild.
Number 4,
Wait,
Kevin Durant.
Durant?
It's better than Michael Jordan. Yo,
KD though.
Michael
You can't.
Jordan.
You
Are we
can't.
serious right now?
Kevin
we
Durant
recording? This
is
recording?
7 foot tall. He can
Oh,
do
shit.
everything Michael Jordan can do, and he's better. He's better. He
Nah,
dribbles
facts.
better. He shoots better. He's better than
You-
Michael Jordan.
Yo,
You-
nah,
all right,
yeah,
so
you
let me-
lost me.
can I switch it to this?
You lost me,
Yeah,
bro.
go ahead.
Now-
Say what you want to do.
So, all right, now watching like NBA now, like the game on now. Who y'all think the face of the league is or going to be?
I don't think it's the face of the league. I think it's multiple
You
faces.
want me to say Anthony Edwards?
No, I mean he too, but my top 3 is Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Luka,
Oh my God.
Nah,
or Ant-Man,
Listen.
or maybe
We gotta
Jason
see-
Tatum.
we gotta
I
see
hate
one
to
of-
say it,
We got to
but
see one of them win.
Listen. I'm gonna tell y'all.
that boy Ant bad though.
Listen. I'll tell you who the greatest basketball player of all time is.
don't say yourself because you're
It's
lying.
not anything to overthink. It's Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Yeah.
It's by a mile.
Why?
By a mile. I'm gonna tell you why. Michael Jordan, dog. Let me tell you something. You like Kobe? Love Kobe. Kobe is fake Mike. He's fire.
Bro, that's
He's fire.
disrespectful, bro.
He's fire, but he's fake Mike.
It's 2 minutes.
Okay. Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is the best offensive player of all time. He has 10 scoring titles. 10.
Okay.
You got defense too.
Hold on. He's also. Hold on, no, they haven't.
Yeah, I heard it. Yeah, I know that. I know the
Michael
whole-
Jordan.
what
Michael
you about
Jordan.
to say.
Listen.
I
Michael
know.
Jordan has 10 scoring titles. The next person that has close to that, I think, is Wilt Chamberlain, like 7. But in y'all's era, is Kevin Durant and Allen Iverson have 4.
Okay.
So KD that you're talking about has 4. Michael has 10. Michael Jordan played with the Bulls for 13 years. In 13 years, and he broke his ankle one year where he played 22 games. Michael Jordan has 10 scoring titles in 13 years.
Okay.
So he's the best offensive scorer in the NBA ever. Michael Jordan is also number 1 in most first-team defense. Means Michael Jordan is the best defender and Michael Jordan is the best offensive player.
Okay.
That's exactly what that means. He has.
Ain't gonna lie. Hold on. I'm not done.
Let
But
him
guess
go,
what?
let him go.
Guess what?
Let him go,
Guess
let him
what?
go.
Guess
I
what?
got something for him. Let him go.
PER.
Crazy,
the
son.
most efficient player in NBA history. Guess who it is?
Michael Jordan.
It's Michael Jordan.
Okay, so let me ask you something.
So
if
look-
you do all that, hold up. If you do, if you
I ain't
average
done.
and you have 10 straight
10 scoring
straight
titles.
scoring titles in
9 first-team
in the
defensive.
50 and under league, and I have 3 scoring titles in the league with Tracy McGrady,
Okay.
Kevin Durant,
Okay.
LeBron,
Okay, and guess
Curry.
what?
If
Okay,
I'm going
Barkley.
Okay,
So
but
Charles Barkley, Sean Kemp.
hold on. Let me say this. Let me say
No
this.
Charles
Hold on,
Barkley.
Let me say this. Let me say
there was
this.
nobody
Hold on,
comparable that Michael Jordan
he
played
wearing
against that
Barkley's
was
over
close
here.
to him.
Hold on. Let me say this. Let me say this. When you say that the competitors are better and
The level of competition was better. Even a person like
here's-
Melo.
Okay, but here's what you also have to add to that. That means your teammates are better too. See, that's what you young niggas don't understand.
No.
Time out. That's what you niggas don't understand. Hold
that
on.
don't mean your teammates are
Yes,
better.
it does. Because
Barkley's
guess
not a
what?
factor?
If the
No,
level of
that's
competition
crazy,
is
son.
better, which tells me that guess what? Michael Jordan never played with a player as good as Kyrie Irving.
What? He played with 4 Hall of Famers and a top 50 NBA player.
Again, Michael
And
Jordan
he's still playing with another Hall of Famer.
What
we doing?
Michael
Like,
Jordan never played with a player as good as Shaq. He never played with a player as good as
What? How? If Scottie
Scottie Pippen is better than Shaq.
he's a top 50 NBA
I didn't
player.
ask you about no top 50. Is Scottie Pippen?
They're not
better-
the same
is
position.
Scottie
They're not the
Pippen-
same position.
Scottie Pippen is not better than
Scottie
Shaq.
Pippen is not
They're not
better
the
than
same
Shaq.
position.
So what?
You can't compare.
No, he's
They're
not.
not the same position.
It
They're
don't
not
gotta be the same
position.
position.
I got
Guess
Shaq.
what?
It's
Hold on. You're a basketball player, and I'm a basketball player.
Right.
So it ain't no position. It's once that ball go up. Because guess what? Because if me and you picking teams, we're not gonna say, well, you pick a guard and I pick a guard.
If I have 2 guards, I'm not. If I have
We're gonna
two,
pick the
no.
best player.
If I have 2 guards, I'm not picking another guard. I'm picking a big.
That's true, though.
So it don't matter.
No,
It
no,
don't matter.
So you would have picked Wiseman
40
instead
in the
of
finals.
Melo.
If you got,
Huh?
listen,
At the time-
Wiseman instead of
At the
LaMelo.
time,
You got- okay,
if you have prime Curry and prime Clay and prime KD, hell yeah, you
Listen to
pick
what
up
I'm saying.
Wiseman,
Listen to what
who
I'm
was
saying.
a
Listen to what
7-foot
I'm
center
saying.
at the time. Yes,
listen,
you do.
You said the word Kevin Durant. Michael Jordan never played with a player as good as Steph Curry. Do you know how much? I'm gonna tell you.
He asked who's
Yo,
not. He didn't ask who's the
Luka-
greatest. He
Luka
said who's the best basketball
you
player.
have Kevin Durant over Michael Jordan.
Because he's a better basketball
no,
player.
he's
No,
not.
he's
No,
not,
he's
though.
not.
What
I'm gonna tell you.
does Michael Jordan do better than Kevin Durant?
Defend the basketball.
When he plays
I ain't gonna lie.
basketball.
What are we talking
I'm gonna
about?
tell
Like,
you.
what-
That's
That's
a bad. That's a bad. That's
So
a
you know how
bad.
you
How
said-
many first teams? What are we
Let him
doing?
land.
What are
You know how you said
And
about
MJ
the
stats were
defense?
boosted.
Yeah.
MJ stats were boosted
So
on defense. They
If
was
you get
proving
steals and
it.
That's
stuff,
crazy,
that means you
yo.
play
Cheated.
defense.
Let him land. Let him land.
Love going to defense.
Let me see
What you
what Dub's talking about.
No. I'm just asking. So
Skills.
like,
Oh,
if you play defense, like you said the defense stuff. So
Yeah.
getting a lot of steals, do that mean you play defense?
It can.
That's cap. So James
No,
Harden
that's
plays
not-
defense?
It can.
in
James
a
Harden
sense.
plays defense.
We're not
No, I ain't gonna lie.
No,
You
no,
gotta
no,
He
no.
led the league in steals.
Okay, how many first teams James Harden
I
knows?
said it can.
That's the
So
problem.
first teams means you play
No,
defense.
I said it
So-
can.
But look, hear me out.
It can.
MVPs mean you're good
Hear
at
me out. That's
basketball.
what I mean.
I'm gonna tell you
So,
something.
like,
Mark
if you watch
Gasol
the
won
games
Defensive
now, you
Player of
got
the Year.
players
He can
like-
play post
He was
You got
second
players
team
like,
all
let's
defense.
say
LeBron
Jalen
first team
Williams
in
from
plays good
OKC.
defense.
That
Yeah.
don't mean shit.
So he don't play
Yeah.
defense.
He voted.
He might not be on no defensive team list, but on that team, he can guard 1 through 5, and he's given that.
He might be third team though in the NBA. He might be
I
second
got
or
2
third team.
things because we run out of time. Then we need to go. Right. When I hear people say like, "Oh, you was playing against plumbers and stuff like that," right?
He was with plumbers.
That means that you also
check
were
this,
playing
right?
with
Let me
plumbers.
ask you, like growing up, the biggest battle.
Understand that. Hold on. Say that one more time. When a nigga say you was playing against plumbers, that means you were also playing with plumbers.
I didn't say that, and he wasn't playing. He was
No,
also playing
I'm
with the
saying-
greatest coach of all time.
No,
too.
I'm saying if I'm playing against plumbers, that means I got also plumbers on my team.
Cap.
You know Kobe had the same coach, right?
He did.
Kobe did, but we
So,
talking
where did
about the best. Kobe also.
Phil Jackson, right?
Kobe also.
You know what's crazy? Phil Jackson said he would take Mike over Kobe, but keep going.
Phil
Continue.
Jackson.
But see, that's probably some behind the scenes.
Hold on, let me say
They got something to do with some
Josh
behind the
Allen said that
scenes
too.
shit.
Before we
though.
run out of
Josh
time,
Allen
let
said
me
that
say
too.
this. I want you to answer this, right? Like, growing up, the biggest battles that Kobe and Shaq had in the playoffs was against the Kings. With
And they cheated for
Chris
Kobe.
Webber,
They cheated for Kobe.
Doug Christie, et cetera, et cetera. Hold on. Right. But let me ask you this, right?
Mike
So
Bibby was on that team, huh?
Do you believe that team was better than the Jazz with Stockton and Malone?
You probably weren't old enough.
Do I believe Vlade Divac,
They were better.
Chris Webber,
Yeah.
Jason
Doug
Williams.
Crispy,
Yeah.
Jason Williams,
But,
Mike
Jason
Bibby.
Right.
No, not Mike Bibby.
I'm at Pat.
Mike
No,
Bibby was
he
on
was not
that.
on
He
that
wasn't on
team.
that team.
He's not on that
Pete
team.
Stojakovic.
Page Stojakovic.
Page
Yeah.
Stojakovic.
Jason on that team. Yeah,
They
Mike
were
Bibby.
better than that Jazz team. As a team, as
Can
a
you
collective.
name who was on the Jazz team?
Karl Malone,
All right.
John Stockton.
No, they beat the Lakers. They beat the Lakers. They ain't beat the Jazz. They beat the Lakers.
No. He's saying.
No, I'm just saying
were they
I'm
better?
taking
saying
two
that,
teams
yeah.
from different eras.
Wait,
Just
hold
saying-
up. That Jazz team versus that Bulls team, that was in the NBA Finals.
Right.
Twice.
But you comparing a team that they played in the Western Conference Finals.
No, I'm just saying, like, I'm taking a team from two different eras. A team Mike played against.
That's not two
and a
different
team
eras.
and a team
That's like
Kobe
four.
played
It's like
against.
3 years apart.
Okay, fine. Do you believe that, like,
Mike never played a team harder than any team Kobe or LeBron played.
That's a fact.
No, yes, he did. No, Mike. Listen.
That's a fact,
Kobe
bro.
played the.
The nigga was so good, you probably would think that.
No,
Michael Jordan
Kobe-
wouldn't have
Kobe-
lost to the Dallas Mavericks?
No,
Ain't gonna
Michael
lie.
Jordan.
No,
Michael Jordan,
you
Michael
gotta
Jordan
chill.
loses to the
That-
KD.
no Dallas
Michael
slander.
Jordan loses
Listen,
to the KD
Kobe
Warriors.
got swept by that
Absolutely.
team, though.
Absolutely.
Michael
yes.
Jordan.
Absolutely.
Michael Jordan loses.
That team, though, the team had full of role players that
But
knew
guess
that
what?
knew that
Michael
role.
Jordan would also
But
have a
listen,
better player
you
on
have
his
Michael
team.
Jordan,
Is what
Scottie
I'm trying to tell
Pippen,
you.
and Dennis Rodman guarding
Listen,
everybody.
hold on, let me ask- let me
Kobe,
ask-
look,
But look, the people off the bench
Kobe
knew
has
their
a,
role,
listen,
though.
I
It's
love
kinda
Kobe, so
hard.
I'm not. It ain't no knock. I think Kobe better than LeBron, so I'm not knocking no Kobe. But what I'm saying is Kobe beat the Orlando Magic in the finals with Dwight Howard
Yep.
was your best player. He's a defensive
Jameer
player.
Nelson,
He's the
the
best
second
player.
best.
Right.
The Simons and the Trailblazers. That's what
Right.
No.
In the old
Clyde,
Lakers.
no.
Clyde averaging 25.
Clyde's not a top. Clyde's not a
Why
top
we
15.
disrespecting Clyde?
Clyde's not a
But
top
here's
15
something
player
you
in
need
the
to
league.
realize about Michael Jordan, though, right? They were saying that certain players was them niggas until Michael Jordan
Jordan.
So
played
who?
them.
So
That's
it's,
why you thinking
let me
them
ask you
niggas
this.
not
Let me
good.
ask you this.
Magic
Let me
is
ask you
what
The
this.
year
Is
he beat
Clyde?
Clyde Drexler, they were saying that Clyde Drexler was
All right.
better
So
than
let me
him.
ask you this.
He
Is
beat Magic. They
Is
said-
Clyde better than Tracy McGrady?
No.
Is he better than Melo?
No.
No.
Is he-
No.
Oh
No.
my God!
No.
Can I tell you something?
You know Melo's better than Clyde Drexler.
Don't do that, MJ.
No,
Don't do
I'm gonna
that.
tell you something.
Don't do that.
You
I
know
didn't say- I didn't
Don't
say
do
that.
that.
Yo, Eli, let me
Don't
tell you
do
something.
that.
I didn't say nothing.
Let me tell you
I didn't
something,
say
bro, right?
nothing. I didn't say nothing.
When I watch basketball, you know what I say? There's a lot of people who are nice and are better, but Donovan Mitchell, for instance.
Okay.
Fire.
At the beginning of this year, people were getting on me because I put up a poll for the pod where I was like, yo, Donovan Mitchell ain't going to win nothing. So him being this good don't mean nothing. Once he go out and win, you could prove something to me.
Okay.
Like, for instance, like people can say what they want about Jaylen Brown, but he snatched the finals MVP. So that adds to who he is, right? So when you mention certain people, like Tracy McGrady.
You got to throw
know how
winning into it? You
Tracy
got to throw winning
McGrady
in
was
it?
amazing regular season. You know how terrible he was in the
He
playoffs?
never left the
hard.
first
I'm
round.
asking-
Never
He
left the
was
first
James
round.
Harden.
He never
He
left the
was
first
James
round.
Harden.
He
James
never
Harden.
left the first round.
James Harden playoff
If you
record.
go off of winning
Yeah.
in
Terrible.
heart,
Never left the first round.
you can say Clyde Drexler was better than.
Now let me ask.
Never left the first round.
Average 36 in
He
the
ne-
No,
and that
no,
shit
no,
never
no,
left the.
no,
And that shit
and-
never left 4 games.
He put it.
And that shit never left 4 games.
Bust the bench. Bust the bench.
We gotta wrap it up. We gotta wrap it up.
I got nothing to say.
We gotta
about
wrap it up,
Do-
though.
I got something to say. Hold on.
We gotta wrap it up.
Oh, go ahead.
So what I want to say is appreciate y'all coming through.
Oh, we gotta have these
gonna
niggas
have
back.
full debates and full episodes with y'all.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So we
Y'all
definitely
niggas
want
is-
you back.
yeah,
We definitely
I love y'all
appreciate
niggas
y'all.
face.
My man Dub. You know what I'm saying? And but yeah, this is the future here, so it's important that we have these conversations without saying they don't know what they talking about because
Nah,
they knowledge bank
they cooking
comes
a
from
little bit.
somewhere.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? So Eli, look in the camera, tell him, man. Tell him, who'd you say the best player of all time was? Kobe. Tell him Kobe's the best
Killer.
player. better than Mike.
Kobe
Don't
the best.
quote-
Killer.
Kobe the best player of all time.
Killer.
R.P. Kobe.
Rest
Then
in
we
peace
go
to Killer.
LeBron.
Rest
Shout
in
out
peace to Killer.
LeBron. Shout out my nigga Magic Johnson.
Oh my God.
Shout out Kevin Durant. And then we're gonna throw Michael Jordan in there because he got some cool shoes.
And let me say before you go.
my
Let me
God.
say
Oh,
this.
let me say my players. They gonna say
Because guess what? Guess what? Hold on.
Dennis Schroeder.
What year were you born?
Oh, 02.
You. Oh Lord, this nigga say he was born in 02. Listen, Magic
Same.
Johnson had one of the worst meltdowns in the finals history that you weren't alive for.
He had AIDS, man.
No. Before he had AIDS,
I'm about to say
after he
after
lost
that,
him. I'm
yeah.
not talking. I'm not talking. I'm
How
not.
about HIV?
I'm not
Shout
talking
out
about
Magic Johnson. I love Magic
I'm not
Johnson,
talking
bro.
about. I'm not talking about versus Mike. I'm saying he had one before that where this nigga. He did. If LeBron did this, we would kill LeBron.
I mean, I don't,
Kill LeBron. Even
Listen,
when he
listen,
win.
I don't
Magic
really-
Johnson in the finals wasn't aware of the clock, dribbled out in the finals,
Yeah.
down, didn't even shoot.
Danny Visual, yeah.
You niggas would get this nigga on Instagram and he would never.
Yo, hey,
So
let
now
me
he's a
tell
bad basketball player.
No, what I'm saying
not.
is.
I was about to say Chris
what I'm
Webber
saying
did
is-
something like that.
Yeah, and guess what? Chris Webber
And
ain't
he
hit no
got-
top fives either.
Yeah.
So don't put no nigga like that. Michael Jordan would never do nothing like
Magic
that.
Johnson. Magic Johnson.
Yeah,
Magic
he played with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
For 2 of them.
Magic
Kareem.
Johnson,
What,
bro.
How much,
James Worthy.
how much,
Go
how
ahead,
much
go
Jordan
ahead,
got?
Go ahead.
Magic Johnson slept with 3,000 women in 1 year and scored 42 points in the NBA Finals as a rookie and won Finals MVP as a rookie. No Kareem, no nothing.
Careful.
And he came back and won 4 more after that,
With Kareem.
retired, then came back again with HIV, and he's still alive. Don't
And
quote
Magic
me.
won
You
6.
talking about Andy?
Mike
Andy's
won
still
6.
alive.
Mike
Don't
won
call
6.
me.
Mike
Took
won
a year
6.
and a half off.
Mike won 6.